for you. Kentucky has now won 18 SEC titles, beating Florida today 73-60. In the tournament, Kentucky shot 40 and made 40 three-pointers. In the Big West Championship, New Mexico State defeated Cal State Irvine 70-64. Cal Irvine's Chris Brown 11 for 22 from three-point range in the losing effort. Still ahead here on our Sunday program, our freewheeling, no-holds-barred panel discussion with coaches Krzyzewski, Calipari, and Driesell. Stay with us.
Leaving your job means deciding where to put your retirement distribution. Rolling it into an IRA is smart, but paying annual fees and mutual fund sales charges at the start can set you back. To put all your money to work, roll it into a Schwab no annual fee IRA. You can choose from over 200 mutual funds and pay no sales charges, and this performance guide is yours free when you open an account. So to make all your rollover money work for you,
maybe it's time to come to Schwab.
They speak it in England, France, and Germany. It sounds the same in the U.S. and Mexico as it does in Hong Kong and Tokyo. It's the international language of business. And wherever it's spoken, Delta Airlines can put you right in the middle of the conversation. And then we'll bring you back to that place where you don't have to say a word to be understood. Delta Airlines.
While there's a break in the action, call 1-800-8-GM-CARD to apply for the GM MasterCard. Earn 5% on every purchase, up to $3,500 toward a new GM vehicle, and pay no annual fee. Now, make the smartest call you've made all season.
Who's got the winning color?
Hey fans, this three-point play could get you to the Final Four. Game cards are inside specially marked cases of Pennzoil motor oil. Or will you get your oil changed professionally with Pennzoil? Scratch, match, and win one of 4 trips for 2 to the Final Four in 94 or 95. Or any of 10,000 other prizes. What a slam fest this is going to be. So fans, get your Pennzoil now and...
You got the winning color!
Oh man, what a game!
Brut by Fabergé. Men are back.
Katharine Hepburn and Anthony Quinn in a story of two ex-lovers
Are you trying to poison me?
who have a change of heart.
I feel 70 again.
This Can't Be Love, tonight.
They've got to drive to the basket. It's down to 7 seconds. You can see the time. Wittenberg. Oh, that's a long way. They won it. On the dunk.
At the end, Thurl barely got caught because Elijah was over there guarding him, so he threw it back out to me. And as time was running out, I threw up a pass to Lorenzo Charles, and he dunked it in.
The question, it was a pass.
Definitely was a pass, even 11 years ago. It's still a pass and always will.
Miss him even more, don't you? Welcome back to the road to the Final Four on this Selection Sunday. And as we continue to draw closer to the moment of truth in Kansas City, Bill Raftery and I are joined by 3 distinguished coaches. First from his office at Cameron Indoor Arena in Durham, North Carolina, Duke coach Mike Krzyzewski. From his home in Shutesbury, Mass, John Calipari of UMass. And from the campus of James Madison University in Harrisonburg, Virginia, Lefty Driesell. And gentlemen, welcome and nice to see all of you.
Thanks, Pat.
Thank you, Pat. Happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here. And let's talk about yesterday, Mike, first with all the upsets. How do you think that scrambled the top seeds in the tournament?
Well, since everybody lost, it probably makes it a little bit easier, right? I was a little bit disappointed in our club. We were flat, and Virginia was tough, and they deserved to win. I thought we would come out with a little bit better effort than that.
Where do you think Duke belongs?
Can you get us into the Final Four? I don't want to do any broadcasts with you this year, Pat. That's my goal.
But it was a disappointing loss for you yesterday against Virginia.
very, very disappointing. We are very happy with the regular season championship, and we feel we'll be one of the top 8 teams. I don't know where we'll go and what will happen, but we're very excited, and we're proud of what we accomplished thus far, and hopefully we can go into this tournament very excited and wanting to accomplish something.
Lefty, as the dean here of this distinguished group, what did you think of that scramble and all the upsets yesterday, Lefty?
Well, I think it's typical this time of year. It's very difficult, I think. For example, in Mike's case, he wins the regular season championship, and then he has to turn around and beat the same teams again in the tournament. So it's typical. It happens every year. I don't think the best team in the league is usually the regular season champion. I still think Duke's the best team in the ACC. I don't want to put any pressure on Mike, but that's
he's
what I think.
Hey, Pat, he's an alum.
You got those students trained, too.
Hey, Pat,
yes.
Don't call Lefty Dean, all right?
Hey, Lefty, right. while we have you there, Lefty.
He's mad at Dean because Dean won today. Come on, Mike.
Hey, the sweaters must be in and at the right price with you three, but would you take 2 or 3 teams from a less rated conference, or would you go 6 or 7 deep in the power conferences, Lefty?
I don't care who we get. I told Terry Holland, he played for me. He's on a selection committee to make us number 1.
Would you like to play an ACC team?
I don't think it'll work, though. But I really don't know where we'll rank. We're just happy to be in it. We'll take on anybody we play.
Coach Calipari, I'll call you Dean then, since you're in the middle. We'll make you the Dean of this group. But where would you like to be? Where do you think you'll be in the tournament?
Well, it really doesn't matter. We worry a little bit about the seed and all the losses. We were kind of saying, geez, maybe we'll bump into or back into a 1 seed, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think we'll be a little bit lower than that, but our team is ready, and they're excited about it.
John, last week you said you were fresh as you've been, and you felt your team was ready. I mean, they proved it against Temple. Now, can they put it all together for the tournament?
Well, we've been playing terrific basketball. I think every player on our team has really stepped it up. And the biggest thing is the chemistry starting to get there. And that's what I've been fighting all year with the team. And right now we're averaging about 20, 21 assists a game right now, the last 4 or 5 games. That's why we've been playing at a high level.
We want to continue this. We're going to take a quick time out here, and we'll be back in a moment with the coaches. Stay with us here on the road to the Final Four.
I was just horrified when my daughter had cavities at her last dental visit. I said, "Doctor, what can we do?" He said, "I'll give her a fluoride treatment here, but she's got to brush twice a day the right way at home."
Because you can't have a dentist fluoride treatment every day, between visits, Crest Fluorostat treats your teeth with fluoride to continue the fight against cavities. It's a fluoride treatment for your teeth at home.
So Sally brushed with Crest, and her next visit was great. I've got to act like a mom and think like a dentist.
Crest, a fluoride treatment for your teeth at home.
When young policyholders come to me, I look at them and think, boy, that was me 15 years ago. I remember very well how quickly things changed for Debbie and me. Marriage, children, our first house. It's exactly why State Farm's family insurance checkups are such a good idea. Your agent helps you put it all in perspective so you can make the right decisions. The way you were 5 years ago is not the way you are today. It's comforting to me when I can say to my policyholders, hey, I've been there.
State Farm is there.
Did you reserve the car with Hertz?
Not exactly, but it's a good deal.
Are they as fast as Hertz?
Not exactly, but what's the rush? We're on vacation!
Dad, are we lost? Hertz gives you computerized directions.
Honey, this is not exactly Hertz, okay?
I hope they have the same emergency road service as Hertz.
Not exactly.
In Rent-A-Car, there's Hertz, and there's Not Exactly. Make sure you choose the right one.
Are you sure this is the way to the hotel?
Not exactly.
Did you hear that?
We're back. Welcome back to the road to the Final Four. Our coaches they're still there, and those students are still cheering behind Lefty. Lefty, how do you prepare for the tournament? We always talk about how you prepare your kids. How do the coaches prepare?
Well,
you don't sleep. We know that.
A lot of work. Right now, we're going to try to get film in tonight and scout whoever we get to play, and that's the main thing. Right now, we won't get much sleep over the next couple of days.
Must have been a thrill for you, Coach, to cut down those nets. Once again, the first time he's been able to do that since Maryland won the ACC in '84.
Well, it was a big win for us. the way we did it was what made it even special. We were 19 behind with 13 minutes left in the second half, and we came back and hit that last second shot, the three-pointer that won the ball game. So the way we did it made it an extra special win for us.
And Lefty, I know you still can't use your right hand, but Michael, put yourself on the committee. What's harder for them, the bubble teams or the number one teams?
I think they're going to have some problems with the 1, 2, and 3 seeds and to balance regions, and that will be every bit as much. That'll be maybe as difficult as the bubble teams. Usually everyone's saying, well, who are the 3 or 4 teams that might be left out? I think how you pick 1 through 12 and then how you put them in regions will be the most important task of the committee this year.
You know, Mike, you and I talked in the offseason about one of your tasks was to toughen up Cherokee. It looks like you've done that. How far do you think you can go in this tournament? And can you win it?
Well, we can win it. I think there are more teams that can win it this year, I think, than in the past 4 or 5 years. And so who you're paired up against in your region will have a big bearing on that. But certainly we have played a good schedule and we've beaten good teams. So we have a big man and we have a great player in Grant Hill. But Cherokee's playing very, very well right now, and he's blocking a lot of shots, which helps us on the defensive end.
What you're really saying is that was a stupid question, wasn't it, Pat?
In a nice way, Pat. You know, Billy told me to be kind to you.
We're doing all right with him today, Michael. But John,
he's a West Coast guy. You know, he lives on the West Coast.
He's got me dressing like him. John Calipari, give me your 4 seeds.
I can't hear you.
Give me your 4 seeds, if you were on the committee.
Give me your what?
Top 4 seeds.
Oh, top 4 seeds. I would say 1 would be Purdue, 2 would be North Carolina, 3 would be Arkansas, and then the 4th seed would be that UMass team from up there in Amherst.
Lefty, you got 4 for us. Who are your 4 top seeds?
I like Arkansas. I think Arkansas and Kentucky and Duke. Oh, I got to pick Duke because Mike's on his show here.
Hey, Mike, as you look at the next week for those teams that just got in and it's their first time, what do those coaches have to focus on during these next few days?
Are you asking me?
Yes, Mike.
The coaches that came in for the first time?
Yes. What do they have to focus on with their team?
I think to get over the elation of getting in and get on to the task at hand. And a lot of people want to revel in what they've just accomplished, and all they've accomplished is getting in. And now you have to get on with game preparation and focus on your next opponent, and to only focus on that opponent and not more than one opponent. I think a lot of people look at the whole bracket instead of looking at their next opponent.
You guys, thanks for joining us. I know all 3 of you are busy. I don't know if you heard Bobby Knight earlier, but do either one of you want to be buried upside down?
No, not me. I don't want to be buried.
Thanks for joining us. Good luck in the tournament. We'll talk to you later.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.
Imagine adhesives so strong they help hold together 100 tons of soaring transportation. Imagine a fabric so bright it lets you see an accident in time to prevent it. Imagine a single disc so powerful it can store everything imaginable and protect it for a lifetime. These products and thousands more that make our lives better exist because the people at 3M imagine.
While there's a break in the action, call 1-800-8GM-CARD to apply for the GM MasterCard. Earn 5% on every purchase, up to $3,500 toward a new GM vehicle, and pay no annual fee. Now, make the smartest call you've made all season.
Question: if your cold pill's so good, how come your symptoms keep coming back? Because your pill doesn't work 24 hours. Effidac 24 does. Most cold pills last 6 hours, the rest 12. One Effidac gives consistent relief 24 hours. Effidac keeps cold symptoms from coming back.
The game. Some just play it, others own it. The ones who own it see what no one else sees and know what no one else knows. Nobody knows the game like Topps. Topps gives you the players you want, the stats that matter, and pictures that tell the whole story. Own own tops, and you own more than a card. You own the game.
Paul takes the shot and misfired, but Ellison was there. The biggest rebound of this championship game.
That was like my best game of the year. So, and it was a situation where, I think I scored like 25 points, had 12 rebounds, and I was able to get the MVP, and everybody was like, well, who is this guy?
Louisville will win it. The Cardinals have won the national championship. Denny Crum does it again. 4 times in the last 7 years to the Final Four. And he beats Mike Krzyzewski in a great final.
I didn't enjoy it like I should have because as a freshman you think, well, I get back. But I never did. And that's one regret that I have is that I really didn't enjoy that particular moment in time.
Joining us now in our New York studios, they've come up by, I don't think by subway, but by some sort of transportation. They should get some sort of hustle award for getting up here early, and Jim Nantz and Billy Packer. Nice to see you guys. Good job down there at the Garden. Do you believe what happened yesterday, Jim?
Well, Billy today on the air, I don't know if you heard it, he said it's the greatest day in the history of college basketball. Now, I don't know about that, but I think it's going to have an effect on the way that they seed things today and bracket it. I think that a couple of teams may have lost a number 1 seed. I think Purdue today probably earned one. But I think with UConn losing and some of the things that happened later on, like Arizona losing, I think may have negated one another. So I think maybe UConn's back in there as a 1 seed.
Have you ever seen a wilder year in college basketball? I mean, we were talking earlier while you guys were on. We were watching you too, by the way, but we were talking a little college hoops. It's just been a wild top-to-bottom season.
Well, Pat, I think there's a lot of reasons for that. We have the early signings, so the power schools have to make decisions early on kids, and therefore it leaves a lot of kids to go through the cracks. We have the reduction in scholarships, which have allowed about 200 kids to go elsewhere instead of being stockpiled at the power schools. And I think a lot of people are putting emphasis into basketball now because it's an income-generating sport. So we're seeing great balance around the country. And I'll stand by that statement I made yesterday. When you consider how many great games there were in all parts of the country, I still think it was the finest day of college basketball ever.
How about that day, Black Sunday in Carolina? That was pretty good.
Wrap that about there. You gonna let them get away with that? The greatest day of basketball.
Yeah, great.
He's a lot older than I am.
Yesterday's game where those teams played outstanding basketball with a game with St. John's and Penn winning games in Raleigh. Come on.
How did your pick still?
Yeah, Jimmy, when all the upsets were happening yesterday, because I know you're big and you're very good at getting these top 16, how do you think you're going to do?
Not very well.
I hope
you're quite tired.
I started right off the bat. We had to make our picks on Thursday, and I picked Temple to beat UMass in the A-10. So once I lost that, the whole thing went askew. So I'm not expecting much. I think it's Packers' year to win the Sweet 16.
The league got 4 teams. Give us 4 seeds. Your top 4 seeds right now.
Well, I'm going to stick with what I did. That's not fair to change.
You didn't lose any yet on that.
No, I haven't lost anything yet.
Your top 4
Well, I went
seeds.
across the country. I guess it went Connecticut. This shows you how much time I spent on it.
Connecticut, Carolina, Missouri, and
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
We'll see you guys in about a half an hour. Once this year's field of 64 has its itinerary all set, tournament play begins at 4 regional sites on Thursday. Our CBS coverage starts at noon Eastern time with primetime action kicking in 8 o'clock Eastern. We'll follow the same schedule at 4 other sites on Friday to wrap up the first round. That about does it for now. In fact, that does do it for now for us. We'll break away for a half an hour. Coming up at 6:30 Eastern time, the exclusive live announcement of the tournament pairings of the NCAA Basketball Championship Selection Show. Have fun. See you later.